Episode 2: Echoes of Doubt and Paths of Insight. In the quiet of his office, as the moonlight casts gentle shadows across the room, Alex stands face to face with Queen, bringer of good hope. Her aura is as calming as it is seductive, filled with a worldliness that seems almost otherworldly. Yet as she speaks of transformation and rebirth, Alex's seasoned instinct as a leader kick in. His mind buzzing not with curiosity, but caution. "How did you get in here?" Alex asks. His voice steady, but his eyes narrowing slightly. The security at this office was top-notch, and unscheduled visits, especially this late at night, were unheard of. Queen smiles, a knowing look in her eyes. "Your assistant thought it was imperative we meet." "Tonight, of all nights?" she replies, her tone suggesting a deeper understanding of things left unsaid. "As for your struggles, let's just say your reputation as a visionary is well known. And with such vision often comes the burden of sleepless nights." Alex takes a moment to process her words. He hadn't spoken to his assistant about his insomnia, or so he thought. Could someone so close to him have noticed his late hours, his weary mornings? And why me? Why now? His questions hang in the air, each one wrapped in the layers of doubt that any leader, any person responsible for so much would naturally harbor. "Alex, you are at a crossroads, much like many great leaders before you." Queen begins, her voice soft yet firm. "The weight of your responsibilities is heavy, but it is not just the sleepless nights or the endless decisions. It is the soul's cry for meaning in the midst of success. I am here not because you are weak, but because you are ready. Ready to confront what lies beneath the facade of control." Deep down, Alex knows she is right. The facade of control, the image of an unshakable leader, it was all a well-maintained veneer beneath which churned a sea of doubt and fear. As Queen Bringer of Good Hope's voice fills the office, its serene timbre cutting through the quiet, Alex stands enveloped in a mix of doubt and curiosity. Her presence is undeniably powerful, yet the scars of his past hesitations gnaw at him. A previous betrayal left him wary of trust, and identifying as an African mystic stir a deep skepticism within him, a residue of his non-religious stance. "You speak of visions and transformations," Alex begins, his voice tinged with the skepticism of a man who has faced deception. But how can I embrace this path when my past is littered with trust broken by those I once believed in? How do I know that this isn't just another beautifully wrapped lie? Queen's smile doesn't waver. It's as if she anticipated his resistance. Alex, trust is like the waxing and waning of the moon, she says, gesturing towards the window where the moon casts a pale light across the room. It grows, it diminishes, and sometimes it disappears altogether. But always it returns, a little different each time. Your heart has been broken, yes. But each break is a place for a new wisdom to enter, if only you will let it. Her words hung in the air, heavy with truth that Alex finds both uncomfortable and intriguing. And your title? A nun? Yet you speak not of religion but of mysticism and psychoanalysis. Alex probes further, his analytical mind grappling with the blend of spiritual and psychological realms she represents. How do these worlds come together in your teachings? I was born under the vast skies of Africa, and from there, my life's journey has taken me across many lands and many seas. Queen responds. In each place, I absorbed the wisdom they offered, blending the spiritual and the psychological. African mysticism teaches us about the connection between all things, and psychoanalysis explores the depth of the human psyche. Together, they provide a holistic view of the soul's journey through the material world. Alex listens, his initial resistance softened by her explanations. The concept of dying daily to his fears, to the masks he wears, suddenly doesn't seem so foreign. Perhaps what he perceives as an end could indeed be a beginning. As for why you, why now? Queen continues, stepping closer, her voice a whisper yet clear in the stillness. You are ready, Alex. Ready to let go of old pains, ready to transform them into something greater. I did not come to convert you to a faith, but to offer you a way to heal, to grow, and to find peace. The room feels smaller, the atmosphere thick with the promise of growth and the peril of remaining closed off. Alex finds himself at a precipice, looking into the unknown. Queen's offer to explore dying daily, to surrender his old self for rebirth, beckons him with a strange allure. Just as Alex begins to contemplate his possibility of transformation, his smartphone buzzes incessantly, a stark reminder of the world beyond his room. Reluctantly, he glances at the screen. The Hong Kong stock market has opened to devastating news, sending ripples of panic across the global markets. His heart races, not just at the immediate financial implications, but at the symbolic echo of his deepest fears. The fear of death, of irrelevance, of not knowing what lies beyond. The markets, in their own way, mimic the very cycle of life and death that Queen discusses. They surge, they fall, seemingly dying only to be reborn in new forms. This too is a kind of dying daily, isn't it? Alex muses aloud, his voice tinged with a newfound insight, yet shadowed by old anxieties. Queen nods, her eyes acknowledging his realization. Exactly, Alex. Each fluctuation in the market, every rise and fall, is a death of one state and the birth of another. Your fear of the market's crash is akin to your fear of death. Both are transitions, not terminations. Alex's expressions thickens as he processes her analogy. The fear that grips him during each market downturn suddenly casts a stark light on his existential dread. But what if there's nothing after the crash? What if there's no recovery, no rebirth? He asks. The question not just about his financial empire, but about his very soul. In quantum physics, as in life, nothing truly ends. Queen elaborates with a calm, soothing tone, capturing Alex's full attention. Energy is conserved. It simply transitions into another state. Imagine, Alex, if you apply the same principle to your life, to your deepest fears, and even to your own mortality. She pauses, ensuring her words sink in, then continues. Consider every significant ending you've experienced, not just the loss, but the space it cleared for something new. What if you saw these not as final losses, but as transformations, as essential changes paving the way for new growth? Queen leans in slightly, her eyes locking with Alex's, driving her point home. Every ending, whether it's a failed project, a market crash, or even a personal loss, holds within it the seed of new beginnings. These moments, they're not voids, Alex. They are opportunities, bridges to unknown adventures and unexplored paths. Her words echo in the room, stirring a new perspective within Alex. Think of it this way, she adds. Just as day turns into night and winter into spring, so too can your current fears and uncertainties transition into strengths and certainties. This cycle, this rhythm of endings and beginnings, it's natural, it's universal, it's the essence of existence. Queen's voice softens. Embracing this cycle can liberate you from the fear of the unknown, from the paralysis of the end, allowing you to live more fully, to invest more deeply in your life and in your legacy. What might seem like the ending could just be the prelude for a remarkable new chapter. This new framing of his existential fears challenges Alex to rethink his approach to life, death, and all the transitions in between, offering a pathway to peace that has seemed unreachable before. The room is quiet, except for the faint hum of the city at night. Alex sits back. The weight of his years of unchallenged beliefs begin to shift. The concept of death without finality, of life as a series of transformations, each ending birthing a new beginning, slowly starts to seep into his consciousness. And my fears of trusting, of opening up, how do I let go of those? Alex's voice is a whisper, almost drowned out by the buzz of another market update flashing across his phone screen. Trust, like markets, ebbs and flow. Queen explains. You have been hurt, yes, but each interaction is a chance to invest in the potential of human connection. Not all investments yield immediate results, yet without investing, we guarantee no results at all. As the night deepens, Alex finds himself standing at a threshold, the teachings of Queen Bringer of Good Hope illuminating paths he had never dared to walk, her invitation to embrace the cycle of death and rebirth in all aspects of life, to truly live each day as if dying to the old and waking to the new challenges every fiber of his being. Will Alex dare to invest in his own transformation, to trust once more in the relentless cycle of life and markets akin? What if this action of faith could unveil a life more vibrant than he had ever dreamed possible? Or will the shadows of past betrayals and the icy grip of unseen futures chain him to his old fears? Join us for episode 3 of Whispers of Wisdom, as Alex stands at the precipice of choice, wrestling with his deepest doubts. Will he step boldly into the light of new beginnings, or will he retreat into the comforting darkness of the familiar? Stay with me as the journey into the heart of his life's most profound mysteries unfold, beckoning Alex, and perhaps even you, to discover that every end is truly just a tantalizing invitation to a new, more exhilarating beginning.